In today's video, we're gonna be looking into some Bonk coin, guys. A lovely Bonk coin here so far is down 57% from its high since it got listed on Coinbase and Binance, which is usually a very bad news when we hear a coin getting listed on Binance or Coinbase. But today we have something very interesting happening with Bonk coin, guys. Now, Bonk coin is finally reaching that level where I think we could see another bounce from Bonk coin. As well, guys, I want to share with you guys my perspective on some other meme coins and what could happen right now, guys, with the Ethereum ETF coming as well. Now we are closing into that Bitcoin ETF in this January, and by May we're seeing the ETH ETF, and this is really big for the meme coins as well that are on that ETH chain, and how you can as well profit from that coming now next year, guys. So with no further ado, let's get into it. And as usual, guys, if you enjoy this type of videos, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Now, guys, as you can see here, Bonk is down 57% from the highs. Now, this comes with no surprise since it got listed on that Binance and Coinbase. Usually, guys, that's the time to sell when you hear those news happening with any coin, not only with meme coins. Now, it's simply because, guys, a lot of coins, they launch and they build a hype, and a lot of people invest at the lows, and the hype usually leads to a point where it reaches max euphoria, where it usually is driven by news. So any bullish news keeps driving the price higher and higher, and then once it reaches the final stage of where it gets listed on the biggest exchanges in the world like Binance and Coinbase, now usually that's like the biggest news ever for any meme coin, for any altcoin or meme coin, and that's usually after that it's pretty much hard to get any bigger news other than, let's say, Bitcoin ETF right now, as Bitcoin right now is running out of good news as countries and big banks are joining the train on Bitcoin. Now you can see the same thing plays out also with meme coins, with altcoins. Now as well, there is that factor that people that buy at the lows here make millions and they can't sell on chain. They can't go to that Uniswap or PancakeSwap and sell, so they need exchanges to facilitate that selling for them, and on board as well a large amount of users that can buy from the whales, and as the whales offload their bags to these retails or to these users that are on big exchanges, and that's what usually leads to this sell-off. Now what does lead to another bounce here, guys, which leads me now to, is Bonk coin here finally bottoming? Are we gonna see a bounce here on Bonk coin? Now as I mentioned, guys, now the main problem when we see this blow off top is that we have a large amount of people usually here holding at a loss now, waiting for the price to go up. And you can see here, guys, if we zoom in, these wicks here, those all signify that there were a large number of orders here of people trying to get out, trying to sell because they are scared right now. Now as well, the markets are highly driven by fear and greed, and the more the price goes lower, the more the fear settles in and people feel like they want to sell and they keep selling. Now this as well does not help the price to go up higher. Now usually what we see with those meme coins, guys, is right after they get listed on major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase, we do see a drop of around 75% to 80% before we see any major significant rallies, which this means, guys, Bonk could still go toward that 80 level in the foreseeable future somewhere here. And this does one thing, guys, is that it cleans the market. Now when this happens, guys, when we see those drops, that cleans the market of people that wants to sell, and the less seller we have, the better for the price, and the more the price can go up higher without people selling each pump. And that's what those sell-offs do, and they do help the market. That's why, guys, as well, whenever we see a huge sell-off on any coin, that's usually a good sign that we got rid of the sellers and now we can go back on a healthy trend again. The same way when we see Bonk rallying here, mostly people were just buying and not so many people were interested into selling. Now the same way, guys, we need to get rid of the sellers, and as soon as the move starts, we're not gonna get so many people trying to sell and just people trying to buy, and this drives the prices higher. Anyways, guys, now when it comes to that Bonk coin here, guys, we could still see another push up here on Bonk coin. Now as you can see, we just retested the previous peak or that previous all-time high on Bonk coin here. Now we're retesting it here, and this provide another nice support on Bonk coin, and we could see another push up higher here, maybe a 30% pump on Bonk coin, and then we could see if this gonna be another sell-off and people are gonna try to get out. But as I said, guys, usually we do see 80% drops whenever we see those meme coins getting listed on major exchanges, or any altcoin getting listed on exchanges. We do see large drops. This happened with Pepecoin, this happened with Shiba Inu, and it's just business as usual. Now if you do hold Bonk coin now, it is pretty much too late to be selling here. Now the time to sell was pretty much around here or here, and now we are down there from even from those mid prices here, guys. We're down 25%. Now the point here is we are not too far away from a bottom on Bonk anyways right now, guys, unless we see Bitcoin really dropping towards the 31k, and then we could see maybe a larger drop on Bonk coin. Now guys, there is one thing to keep in mind here as well, is we are just starting the bull market. The party is just getting started, and this means, guys, we are gonna see more moves in the future. This does not mean that Bonk coin is dead. It just means that it might go into a long phase of nothing happening, of a hibernation phase, before we see a large move. And this could largely be seen with Shiba Inu, guys. As you can see here, guys, Shiba Inu got listed on Binance here, and it took around 147 days before we've seen a huge pump on Shiba Inu. And that means, guys, we're gonna see probably Bonk rallying around that May next year, and that as well lines up perfectly, guys, with my theory that I've been sharing with you recently, and that is that every 6 months we do see a next Bonk or a next Pepecoin. It usually takes around 150 days or 200 days. You can see between Pepecoin and Bonk we've seen around 224 days, and between Dogecoin and Shiba Inu we did see around 175 days. So usually it's between 150 days and 225 days roughly. We do see a next meme coin, or we do see a meme coin season in general, where we see most of the meme coins rallying. We see mass euphoria, mass craziness going into the market, where we see most of these meme coins rallying, as we've seen recently, guys, with COQ, Snake. We've seen ladies, Tosh, we've seen many coins rallying recently, especially meme coins when the meme coin season hits. Now, guys, this puts us around next May. Somewhere in the summer next year, we could see a massive meme coin season. Now, if you are thinking right now, if you are at a big loss right now on Bonk coin, now, all you can do right now is learn from that experience, guys. Now, if it's really painful, if you do really feel like you need that money, you may want to still cut off some of that, but you need to keep in mind that sooner or later we're gonna see rallies happening, a meme coin season happening, and probably the best plan of action here, if you are at a massive loss here on Bonk coin, is to try to keep in mind that we do have around 6 months to see another massive bump, to see Bonk coin taking out its previous highs. Now the main problem is the opportunity cost of your capital being locked in for around 6 months, where you cannot really do much with it. Now the right plan of action here, guys, if you do see any pumps on Bonk coin, that I do think could happen now in the short term, as Bonk coin right now is sitting at a support, is to get out and wait for any dips going into those 6 months if we do see other dips. But I do think, guys, it is better to allocate in other hotter meme coins that could see their massive rallies. And if we do look at Shiba Inu, guys, after it's seen that rally, that bull market rally, it's only put in around 10x. Now that's the main thing, is you don't want to wait 6 months for only a 10x. You need to keep in mind, guys, now that the previous bull market we did not have as many meme coins as we have today. So the previous bull market we had Dogecoin, we had few meme coins, but not as much as today, and we had Shiba Inu. That was the last meme coin to see a major rally. Now the thing here today, guys, Shiba Inu benefited from being a second best to Dogecoin in that bull market, but today, guys, we have so many meme coins that I do not think now we could see Bonk coin pulling a Shiba Inu, or even Pepecoin pulling a Shiba Inu, as now we have a huge diversity going on into the meme coin space, and still a $10 billion market cap for either Bonk coin or Pepe coin are still pretty good returns. But I do think that the right strategy is to try to find those low market caps that could be the next Bonk or could be the next Pepe coin, and just basically diversify and hope that you picked one of those that could be the next Bonk coin. Now, the right strategy as well to go about this, guys, is to manage your portfolio the right way. Let's say a lot of people made profits from Bonk and did not sell the highs, but people that sold, let's say, 50% of their holdings from Bonk now have way more money to allocate to lower meme coins like COQ, Snake, Toshi, Ladies. And let's say one of those starts rallying again and pulls off a Bonk, and they do sell 50% of that. Now they have more money to allocate into other meme coins or other altcoins or Bitcoin or whatever. And a right portfolio management strategy is very important here, guys, if you want to succeed in this bull market. You need to understand that we are short on time, and usually these bull markets, they don't last forever, and we have a year maybe going like 2024 until mid 2025 where we do have that raging bull market that's going to be going on. A good portfolio management strategy is very important, as I say. Now you need to learn with what happened with Bonk coin, guys. Now whenever you see your coin or whatever coin you're holding getting massive runs and getting listed on major exchanges, you always want to take out 50%. Now from that 50%, you may want to keep 25% stables like USDT or stable coins, and then the other 25%, guys, you want to put it on some other meme coins and you want to spread it. So this way, guys, you are as well growing your portfolio over time, and you are not missing out on any pumps. Even let's say Bonk rallies back up from here and makes another 10x, you still own 50%, and if it does dips further, you still have 25% where you can add even more, or you can look into some other meme coins where you can take that 25% and let's say spread it over maybe 4 other meme coins that could see the same thing, and as soon as they start rallying, you repeat the same process over and over, and that would make you grow your portfolio over time until we reach that high euphoria peak bull market where we see Bitcoin blow off top and the bull market is over. So usually that as well, guys, gives you some time to get off the market. Now, as whenever Bitcoin stops, meme coins and altcoins, they do have like few months left before they top off as well, and we see that bear market. And usually following this strategy, wherever you see those huge pumps, you sell 50% and then you send 25% back to your bank, and then 25% you keep that for the dips and or spread it over other meme coins or other altcoins, and you keep repeating this process over and over going into the bull market. I do think that is the right strategy to manage a portfolio, and that way, guys, you are not missing out on any potential massive gains, and you as well pay yourself along the way. You take profits along the way, and this way, guys, is probably the best way to get the most out of this bull market as possible, and not end up being holding the tops and losing 90% of your investment, or neither not investing at all and not making any profits at all. So that's what I think is the best strategy to go ahead further. And as usual, guys, this is not a financial advice. This is just the way I do things, and it is just my opinion. Now, if you want to know a more detailed video on the top meme coins I think are the best picks for the bull market, you can watch this video here. And thank you so much for hanging around here today, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.